Hi everyone, I decided to start a new series for this channel, which will cover major announcements and things that may have an impact on the gaming industry as well as on gamers themselves, and also give my opinion on said developments. The topic for this video will be an article published on gamesindustry.biz, which refers to Ubisoft and their new approach on the market. Their main intention is to make games focused on multiplayer instead of single player from here on out. This might have to do with the less than good sales of Assassin's Creed Syndicate recently, and the success, or well, arguable success of Rainbow Six Siege. They don't refer to those games in particular, but they, according to them, the market screams for multiplayer-focused games, and the recent releases, except Far Cry Primal, which comes out next week, are basically multiplayer-focused, which are For Honor and The Division, as well as another unannounced AAA new IP. According to the article, Ubisoft stated the following: "It is transforming its traditional organization into a live operations model so that it can deliver the sort of multi-year service that drives engagement, and is also making a strong push on multiplayer-centric games." Which could mean, and I want to make clear that this is pure speculation on my part, that those new games might have content updates throughout several years in forms of DLC or map packs or other things along those lines. So that's pretty much the main idea behind the whole article, very summarized of course. The link to the article will be in the description. Well, now what's my take on this? Assuming the reason for this change in development is somewhat linked to Assassin's Creed or the Assassin's Creed series in general, which has become less popular over the years, but to see the whole context of it, you have to go back and remember what happened when Unity came out. Well, it was a mess, especially on PC. And, well, it took ages for it to get fixed. And Ubisoft apologized for it and blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, Unity basically left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And all subsequent Assassin's Creed titles suffered from it. And that reflects in the sales, evidently. Also, it always being the same game for the last few years, with more minor changes to Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Well, the game is pretty much the same, and it having multiplayer wouldn't have changed that. Now let's take a look at Rainbow Six Siege. It's a sleeper hit in a way. No one expected it to be as successful as it is. But why is it successful? Well, again, put in context. What came out? Black Ops 3, which has the regular player base basically every year, and Star Wars Battlefront. And we all know what Star Wars Battlefront is like. Again, it was way below the expectations. Therefore, Rainbow Six Siege didn't really have any competition besides, well, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Well, no one competes with Call of Duty, except CSGO and PC maybe, but that's about it. The main reason for Rainbow Six Siege's success, though, was it was something new, innovative, and different, and that's exactly what people want. The approach to make multiplayer-focused games is reasonable because, well, that's where the money is. But there is one problem, and that's server stability, and Ubisoft is not known for that. We just need to look back at Far Cry 2, 3, and 4, which were terrible online, and always crashing and always issues with the servers and connectivity in general. So if you actually want to make a multiplayer-focused game, you need to sort that out. Who does it right? Well, let's take Call of Duty from Activision as an example. They have done it right for years. They keep the servers up for their older games and the franchise. They tend to be stable, and they have a player base, a set hardcore player base that keep buying their games year after year after year. And that's something Ubisoft doesn't have, and it will be very difficult for them to try and create a hardcore player base from scratch. On a different note, this whole multi-service thing, well, if it's gonna be like I suspect it'll be, the whole DLC stuff and cutting content, releasing it over the course of one or several years or whatever, that's going to be a problem for gamers. Just have to take a look at Destiny. The main game had content lacking all over the place, and they've been releasing DLC almost at the price of the full game. My main problem with this, apart from it being a money-grabbing scheme just to basically take advantage of the consumer, is that other publishers might think that's a good idea and will follow suit. I mean, it already is that way, to some extent anyway. Just have to look back at Hitman, was supposed to be a full release, now it's chucked to bits. Final Fantasy VII remaster, reboot, whatever, is going to be episodic, and Street Fighter V is being sold in pieces as well. You have the main game and the story mode, well, a chunk of the story mode will only release like 3 months later. So my advice to everyone is, stop buying and pre-ordering games that aren't finished. Well, that's it from me. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.